Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. Update on the storms today. We had some big storms last night over Charlotte. This morning we woke up to a good cluster of storms. It's kind of nice to see normal summer storms, but some of these have been a little strong and have produced some gusty winds and even some power outages in a few spots. This big line is pushing up in this direction, created a pretty cool shelf cloud this morning. We did have a couple damage reports as it moved through. I'll quickly show you the satellite imagery. As you saw in my other video, we had something we refer to as an undular bore. It's these little ripples in the clouds. Looked really ominous. Sometimes these are scarier than what they actually are. We sometimes jokingly call them SLCs, scary looking clouds that don't really do much. They're just low clouds, but they do look impressive, especially if you have a good view of the western horizon. But we do have a strong risk for some other strong storms and even severe storms today. You can see the marginal to slight risk. Again, this is about a 5 to 10% chance of damaging straight line winds. And just to give you an idea, the wind threat is about 15% in yellow, 5 in brown. But that's going to be pretty isolated. I think a bigger issue might be the flood risk. This is the excessive rainfall outlook. Again, the yellow is a 15% chance of seeing flash flooding. The green is a 5%. You can see it stretches across a big chunk of the Carolinas and up into Virginia. Remember, up in this area in Virginia, they've seen a lot of rain. So that's also key to this. Areas that have seen repeatedly heavy rain could have an additional risk of seeing flash flooding. Now, we look at the water vapor loop. I don't show this all the time. Hopefully it'll plot here, but you could see that we do have a little disturbance in the atmosphere coming in right here. It's these drier air. So this is kicking in, and that's what's producing the showers and storms over us today. I'll loop this a couple of times. So kind of a little trough. You see it digging in and coming into the Ohio Valley. That's a pretty good setup for some strong and even some severe storms. We can kind of see it in the modeling as well. I'll go back and forth. You see that little area, a little dip in those black lines. We call those isobars. So a little trough, but also this is vorticity, basically lift or twist in the atmosphere. Doesn't mean tornadoes, but it does produce thunderstorms, and that's what we're watching. Now, the fuel for storms, you can see this afternoon. This is an outlook for later today, CAPE or thunderstorm fuel. You see the little spike around Charlotte East. So those areas that were in yellow in the Storm Prediction Center outlook makes sense, right? These areas right in here probably have the highest chance of seeing some strong to severe storms as we go into the afternoon. Still plenty of fuel out there for these storms. These are the dew points, but you can see there is a cold front to our north. It's not really cold air this time of year, but it's drier air. It serves the same purpose of producing scattered showers and storms. So let's look at the future cast. That's this morning's storms. So there should be a pretty good lull because the morning storms have worked over the atmosphere. But as we go into the afternoon, sun comes out, heats things up, and look at these clusters that develop by 5, 6 o'clock around Charlotte, up towards Raleigh, Greensboro. This is going to be a pretty potent mixture of thunderstorms that develop this afternoon. You can see through the evening hours. So high school football games that got moved, thank you, good idea. Games that didn't get moved, heads up. You're going to have storms around with a lot of lightning and heavy, heavy rain. Flash flooding will be a concern, and also damaging winds. You can see they move out fairly quickly. They could linger a little bit overnight, and then Saturday looks like a much better day. But this is what it's going to look like probably around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight for those high school games. And speaking of those, we can look at future lightning data, and you can see the futurecast lightning shows pretty good clusters of lightning with these storms. So again, within 8-10 miles of this, you're going to see lightning delays with some of these high school games tonight. So just be ready. It is going to be a pretty active evening of showers and thunderstorms. I'll loop it one more time. We'll widen it out. You can see this morning storms move out, and then this afternoon, that's right around 7, 8 o'clock this evening. Pretty good cluster of storms. So get ready, stay weather aware. It's going to be an active afternoon and evening, but the good news, drier air for the weekend. That means lower humidity. So get excited for that.